All right, so with a new introduce of basically Adult Sparkle, we are getting into Lingsha, and also if she's a must pull, if she shows you something, we'll get into her stats. We get into her best light cones, her gear, what you should build on her, how she works in the first place, and all that other stuff. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we should be talking about is her pet. So her pet is Fuyon, or basically what I call it, Eevee. And there's two ways to summon Eevee. One of them is from her talent, and the other one is from her technique. But she does get 3 stacks, and once the 3 stacks go away, then next thing you know, it disappears because all it is smoke anyway. But you can also gain them 3 stacks back easily by just popping her skill. We'll get more into that when we get into how her skills work. Now, the first thing we want to talk about is her talent. So her talent is that she summons Fuyon when taking action, and also launches a follow-up attack that deals minor fire damage to all enemies. Also, her skill deals minor fire damage to a single random enemy while prioritizing targets with toughness greater than 0. So basically anyone that got toughness on them, to be honest. And fire weakness also cleanse 1 debuff from all allies and restores HP. Using the skill repeatedly will increase Fuyon's action count. And the next thing is her ultimate, which inflicts B-Fog on all enemies and deals fire damage to all enemies, while also healing all enemies based off 8% of her attack plus an extra 90, just flat 90 for all allies, and also 100% advances Fuyon's action, which means basically you can make that little Eevee go and attack straight up. Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about is her skills, which is heals based off 10% of her attack, and also plus 105 of all allies while doing 40% fire damage based off her attack, and advances her pet skills by 20%, which means, you know, every time you use her skills, it's going to go up by 20%. But you don't want to use her skill every turn, and we get into that why now, to be honest. Basically because you don't want to use her skill every turn, because her skill also gives the points for Eevee. You only can have a max of 5. So if you use it a lot, I mean, there's no point of really using it, because you wasted skill points. Just use it once, and then you get to just get the 20% right there, pop off, Eevee does the turn, and then you're done, right? Now, her technique, what it does is it summons Fuyon at the start of the next turn when she gets into battle, and also inflicts B-Fog on all enemies. And what the heck is B-Fog? What it does is break damage taken increases by 22%. Now, this can also be used for, you know, 2 other super strong units, aka Acheron and Dr. Ratio, but also it can be used for any character using the Pioneer set as well. So yeah. Now, her traces is, the first trace is just basic. Literally, it's just when using her base attack, regenerates 10 energy. So basically, it'll be regenerating, I'm pretty sure, about like 30 energy each basic attack, which you're gonna be using a good amount, because let's be real, like I said, you don't really need to use her skill that much, because you use it once, get 3 stacks. Once the stacks go low, then you'll use it again, and it was vice versa like that, right? Now, also, the next talent is the second trace, which is, well, the third trace technically, the one that's gonna take forever to get, right? Which is, it makes Fuyon instantly launch a follow-up attack after all allies drop below 60% HP or lower, except this talent follow-up attack doesn't even take a stack to activate, which means you get to keep your stacks and you get a free attack. That's the best thing you can say right there. They literally just said, know what, we're gonna give her the same body as Sparkle, and we're gonna make her as strong. That's crazy. And the best way to use your ult is, like, you let Fuyon attack, and then that's when you use your ult, and then you get a free attack from that. So you getting more attack and more healing out of it as well, and you get so much healing from this character. Literally everything heals. Her ultimate, her skill, and her talent, all 3 of them heal you up when you use it. So I mean she is a healer, so it makes sense, right? All right, and now let's get into the relic section of this video. Alright, so the best relics that you can use for her is any of the 2-piece break effect sets, because she won a lot of break effects. She's basically Gallagher. She's basically a better Gallagher, a way better Gallagher, to be honest. But I wish I had her. I wish I had her. Anyway, so basically the way you want to do it is you would go two piece with break effect stats on both of those gears. So that way it's more break effect. The more break effect, the more she heals, the more damage she does, the more everything. Okay, everything happens around her break effect, just like Gallagher. Everything happens around his break effect. Especially if you're playing her with Firefly, which you probably will be. She's definitely good for the break effect when it comes to that, because she's literally OP when it comes to that. Okay, but anyway, other than that, the 4-piece passerby of Wandering Cloud for an extra skill point, and also it just makes her healing better, makes her a better hitter, mainly for that skill point and the healing. But yeah, that's what you'll probably want to run that for. And for the planner sets, you'll just want to give her something that have break effect bonus, like Forge or Talia. Either one of those could actually be good. And then also the stats the main stats that you want on the character is healing bonus, body, speed boots, attack orb, rope. It can kind of vary. It just depends on what you really got and what's on your team. But mainly the main two you want to really try to get is either energy regen or break effect. And remember, if you're playing with Firefly, you just want to get break effect to give her even more break effect for her in the team. And when it comes to the sub stats, you want at least 16% ER, 134 speed, and attack and break effect is good on the sub stats as well, because she wasn't break effect. I don't know how many times I can say this, okay? She skills on break effect and she skills on attack as well, so she gonna be hitting harder than most healers as well also. But that's what you want from there. Now, other than that, we can get into the part where we talk about the light cone. All right, so when it comes to light cones, obviously her best in slot will be her signature light cone. That's obvious, right? But let's say that you didn't have or one her signature, or you only had to go for either E1 or her signature, which we'll talk about that later. Basically, you'll want to go with Night of Fright, and you'll want to go with Night of Fright because it gives energy recharge and it also gives you attack as well. But other than Night of Fright, let's say that you don't have that either, because like me, you just didn't pull for that character because I really didn't care. But the next one after that you can use is Quid Pro Quo at S5. And let's say for whatever reason you don't have Quid Pro Quo for at S5, I'm not sure why you wouldn't, then you'll just go for multiplication. But let's say that you at S5 as well. Or if you wanted to have a 5-star on there like me, or like the other 8 people that have this like home, you can also get Luochas as well, which who knew that his would actually be good in the future. But you can get Luochas, or you can get post-op conversation, which that will also help out as well. But let's say you really in dire strait, then the last thing you would have to go for is What Is Real. Mainly the best ones that you definitely should go for is either, let's say you don't have a signature, is Night of Fright or Quid Pro Quo at S5, and then Coffin at S1. But at the end of the day, you can pick whatever light cone you want, right? And this is a healer, so the light cones don't matter that much, okay? Alright, so for the team section, let's be real, it's 2 best teams that she could be fit into. But she's a healer that does a lot of stuff, so she can be fit into on any other team that you kind of really want, to be honest. The main team that she can fit into is the follow-up team. Just I don't have her, so just act like Aventurine is her, okay? So she could be slotted right there for Aventurine, and she'll work actually pretty good in this team. Or also the other team that she definitely can fit into is the Firefly team, which I do not know where is that. There you go, right there, where you just replace Gallagher with her. Like, she's literally just a replacement for Gallagher. That's literally about it. I don't know who else I can stretch this out for ad revenue. I don't know, but she can fit into this and also the other team as well. And those are her best 2 teams that you'll be putting her on. But again, you can also just put her on anything else that you want to be on. Now we know her Eidolon 1, what it does is Lingsha increases her break efficiency by 50%. That's just a lot, god dang. When the enemy unit weakness is broken, reduces their defense by 20%. And then E2, when using ultimate, increases our allies break effect efficiency by 40%, lasting for 3 turns. And then 3 is just a boost up. Number 4 is when Fushan takes attack, restores HP equal to 40% of Lingsha's attack for the ally whose current HP is the lowest. So basically, it's just kind of like a heal. And then 5 is just upgrades again. And then 6 which makes her, but it also makes your pockets go bang, which is while Fushan is on the field, reduces all enemies all type res by 20%. When Fushan attacks, additionally deals 4 instances of damage, which each instance dealing both fire damage equal to 50% of Fushan's attack and a toughness reduction of 5 to a single random enemy. This prioritizes targets with both toughness greater than 0 or fire weakness. So basically what that means is basically all she does is she gets rid of the all type res pin, which every character seems to do at E6 or E something at this point in the game. And then when she attacks, she deals an additional 4 instances of damage, which with each instance dealing 50% of her attack. And then the toughness reduction of 5 to a random enemy. And obviously it prioritizes the ones that is fire weak and also has a toughness that is not 0, because if it's 0, then it's not a toughness. But the best way you'll want to definitely go for is E1. And should you go for E1 or her light cone? Me personally, I would definitely say go for E1 other than her light cone, since she got so many other free options on her light cone anyway. But anyway, other than that, that's it. So hopefully your bank accounts don't get drained out, because she is buying it all on incense. I'll see you guys later. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Share the video, and see you later in the next one. Peace.